Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Easter Egg Hunt Escalation. This one is set in Berlin, Germany. This is the seasonal event, just like the Halloween one we had recently, or semi-recently, in Hawke's Bay. So, right from the start, we have a limited loadout. Basically, we can't bring anything with us. Our only objective is to follow the white rabbit, which is this guy. So he's going to run on ahead of us a few times, and he'll disappear occasionally, but he's going to make his way up the tower, and he wants you to follow him. And I'm not inclined to acquiesce to his request. So if you're good enough and you get yourself positioned well enough, you can stand just down by the fence here, and he should, if you get in the right position, he should start making his way up the tower. If he doesn't, just go round to the gate here and onto the ladder, and there he goes. He's already on his way. Now I'm gonna go up and chase him basically, but you don't have to. Once he starts running up to the top of the tower, he disappears once he gets to the top, as you can see, and he's now back down on the ground. So we have to re-descend the ladder. There we go. So if you just climb onto the ladder and stop, and then climb off again, you should be able to just carry on without having to go all the way up. But once we've reacquired our target here, he's going to lead us around through this pathway and up behind a couple of guards, and we're going to grab this blue Easter egg off the floor. Now the blue Easter eggs knock people out if you throw them on the floor in front of them. A little bit like that. And there are many of these Easter eggs dotted about the place. We have blue, yellow, red and green. And each one will do something different. The yellow ones do absolutely nothing. So once the two guards have fallen unconscious, we can once again follow the white rabbit until we get to this gentleman here, who we are going to render unconscious, and we're going to take his outfit. By the way, don't grab the guns from the guards when you get past them, because we are going to go through a frisk zone. Now for this challenge, the only thing we really need once we're beyond this point is a red egg, and we'll get that very shortly. And here is our frisk zone. As you can see, our target has run off, but he's basically going to run to the biker's entrance, and that's where our ultimate goal is. So once we're through the frisk zone, we're just going to make our way, as we would in the normal mission, up towards the biker's entrance, avoiding the guards up ahead of us by going around to our right and over the wall. And we're running straight past a number of eggs, many of them yellow and blue, but the one up ahead, just behind the guy there, is a green one, and that's a useful one to remember. But the one we need today is a red one, and the red egg, of which there are two I'm aware of, is right here on this I-beam. And we're going to grab that, and just so happens to be right near our target. So we're going to take our red egg and we're going to throw it on the floor at our target's feet. Do not throw these eggs at people's heads, because that is a hostile act and will get you caught. If you throw them at their feet, no one notices or cares. They may comment on it, but they don't really care. And you keep your silent assassin rating. So once our target has dropped down dead, all that's left for us to do is to retrace our steps all the way back to the beginning and where we got frisked. And there is a bicycle waiting for us. So there is the Easter Egg Hunt level 1 taken care of, and we will then move on to level 2. Now I should take this opportunity while we're waiting for level 2 to point out that I did mention a long time ago that I don't like escalations. I'm really not a fan of the escalations. So there we are, silent assassin rating. And I also said I wouldn't do escalations, but here we are. So level 2, we now have 3 targets. We have the red rabbit, the pink rabbit and the blue rabbit. We're not allowed to change our disguise, and we once again have a limited loadout. So from the start we need to go the same route we did before. This time we need to collect up a yellow egg, which we'll find right here by this burnt out car area. We will also need 2 green eggs and 1 red egg. So along our route once again, and this time we will stop off and pick up that green egg. That's a blue one, we don't need that. So as I was saying, I said I wouldn't do escalations, but with the release of the 7 Deadly Sins DLC this week, all of which appear to be escalations of one sort or another, here is our green egg. So carrying on as we would, and we'll collect up our red egg as well. I have rethought my decision not to cover the escalations, so I will now cover the escalations. I will make videos on them. So we've got to our first target, so we're going to select our yellow egg and we're going to throw it over by that concrete cylinder just to the left of the cylinder. That will get our target's attention. If he's not in this area when you get here, just wait for him to get to us. We're going to sneak up behind him, render him unconscious, drag him into the bushes at the back of the map, and then we'll snap his neck and move on. So again, as I was saying, because of the release of the 7 Deadly Sins DLC, I will cover the escalations, but don't expect them to be silent assassin runs. I have absolutely no interest in silent assassin them. They will not be walkthroughs as such. So once we're into the biker's entrance area, we have our second green egg. So that's all the eggs that we require. We're now going to make our way into the club area and locate our next target, who is right here at the juice bar. And what we're going to do is throw one of our green eggs just at his feet. Now be aware that somebody does come and sit on the bench next to him, so you may have to wait for him to go through his routine and come back, unless you can catch him just as I did there. That gentleman we have just poisoned will make his way to the porter cabin toilets where we've just passed through and are returning to now, and he will come and be sick, and we can then drown him in the toilet for an accident kill, and that will be target 2 taken care of. So again, with the escalations, I will not be trying to silent assassin them. If I get a silent assassin rating, I will accept it wholeheartedly, but I won't be going out of my way to get one. So they will not be walkthroughs, they're just for entertainment value. So once our target is drowned in the porter cabin, we're going to make our way behind the big pink piggy tank, and we will collect up our red Easter egg. What we're going to do now with this one is basically we're going to collect up a green Easter egg. If you don't have one, there's one right in front of us, and if the 2 guards are right positioned there as they were for me, we're going to throw our Easter egg on the floor between them both. If they're not there, then just wait for them. They will go into that position for us. So one of the guards is sick already and is going to throw up right behind us, and once they're sick they don't notice you, which is why we're able to just sit right here. Now the second guard is going to call in that he's hearing strange noises, but once he goes back to his normal routine, he will also become sick, and we can then make our way past them both, select our red egg and throw it on the floor in front of our final target here. Make sure you're not in the cloud when it goes off. And once the cloud starts to dissipate, we can run past our target and towards the exit. So we're going to make our way back around through all of the tanks here. We don't have to worry about anyone, we can just run all the way and all the way back to our bicycle, and that completes level 2 of the Easter egg hunt escalation. So level 3, as with an escalation, is going to escalate. So there we are, confirmation of the silent assassin for level 2. So level 3, I was going into this not expecting to get a silent assassin rating and not planning for one. The only change now from level 2 is the locations of our targets. That's the only change from level 2. So right from the start, once again, we will again follow the same path, and we're going to make our way over to the bikers area. We're going to collect up the green Easter egg on the way. There we go. We're going to collect up the red Easter egg on our way. And we're going to make our way around to the bikers bar, where we will collect up a second green Easter egg. It's just over at the back here. There we go. And make our way into the club area. So our targets are now in a much sort of easier place to get to. This is one of them right here, and this is where we will be taking him out. But the guy we're going to go for first frequents this area over here, and he's going to go past that guard and hang around just behind him. So we're going to select our green Easter eggs, the make you sick Easter eggs, and we're going to aim at the wall or just at the floor over at the back there. And as you can see, our target has arrived, and we do not want to throw the egg at his head. We do want to try and get it on the floor. And there we go. So that's going to make our target sick, and he's going to go and throw up in the canal. The only trouble is we have a guard, or several guards, between us and him. But that's not to worry, because we know another route. So we're going to make our way around to the big pink piggy tank. And we're going to collect up the second red Easter egg while we're around here. There we go. And then we're going to hang off the ledge and scoot past the wall. And our target should be just in the vicinity as we arrive. There he is. So he's going to make his way to the edge. And when he does, we can push him off into the canal. So there we go. Target 1 taken care of. We're going to retrace our steps back towards the club area, and we're now going to use our 2 red Easter eggs on our next 2 targets. Now be aware there is a 4th target, although it's not yet mentioned. So we're going to make our way over to this chill out area here, where we will have a nice good view of both of our targets. There's one there, but he's just moved away from the position we want him in. Our other target is just here, and he is now moving into the position we want him in, so he will be next on our list. And once he approaches the Easter egg that's lit up over here, we're just going to throw our red Easter egg at his feet, and that will eliminate him. Down you go. There we go. So basically we're just going to rinse and repeat the exact same thing for target number 3, but unfortunately we have just missed him yet again. So he's going to stand roughly where I'm aiming, between the shipping container here on our right and the bench against the black wall over there. So all we've got to do is wait for our target to get into position once he finishes cutting a rug over there. Man's got some moves. Hasn't got any clothes on, but he's got some moves. So he's now made his way back into position. So all we've got to do now is throw our last remaining Easter egg at his feet. I said his feet. There we go. And that's target number 3 taken care of. Now once this guy dies, you will notice that you have a new target. And our new target is the white rabbit that we've been following around at the start of these missions. Now he could take any number of different routes, I'm guessing, but he always seems to end up in the same place. And that place is out in the wilderness, where the hippopotamus shows up in the Easter eggs. And he will make his way towards a big, large concrete pipe. So all that we've got to do is make our way there. So just like we did in the last level, we're going to wait right here with a green Easter egg. And when the two guards are in position for us, we can then make them both sick. Now, unfortunately, when we get to the wilderness area, like we did last time, it's not empty. We can't just run straight through. The place is crawling with guards, which is why I was not expecting to get a silent assassin rating. Unfortunately, if you knock guards out, their guns disappear, so we pretty much have to do this unarmed. It may just be for me, it may be a glitch, but every guard I've knocked out so far, his gun has disappeared. So once the two guards have become sick, we can start making our way along the walkway here. And as you can see, there is another guard patrolling on the walkway. You can see in the distance our target is over by the concrete cylinder that we're heading for. But once the guard turns and walks away, we can run up behind him, render him unconscious, leave his body there. And this is where it gets really tricky, because you've got guards absolutely everywhere. As you can see, there's at least 3 in view at the moment. And I absolutely fluked this. I can't guide you through it any better than the way I just sort of aimed at the concrete post, which I know is in this direction, and I just sort of crouch ran all the way there, praying like hell I wouldn't get spotted. And I didn't, which is incredibly rare. Every other time I've done this, I've been spotted. But once we're at the concrete post, we can run right through the concrete cylinder, should I say, and our target will join us and greet our axe that we've just collected from the corner here. So there we go, that's our 4th and final target taken care of. All that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape. And as I've managed to retain the silent assassin rating for so long of this level, I'm actually going to now start putting some effort into keeping it. So if you have another egg, especially a green one, now is the time to use it. It is wise to grab any Easter eggs you come across on your travels on this mission. They can always come in handy. The yellow ones act as distractions, just like coins. The green ones will make people sick. The blue ones will knock people out, and the red ones will kill them. There is also an a normal everyday egg somewhere on this map. I have picked it up once or twice, but I've forgotten exactly where it's located, and I haven't actually used it for anything. So as you can see there, I had to use my Easter egg to make the guard sick, and as soon as he did get sick, I was able to bolt for the exit and keep my silent assassin rating, which surprised me at the least. And that will get us the Berlin Egg Hunt Challenge. That will also take care of the entire escalation. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.